It's like one of my favorite songs, possibly not ever, but one of my favorite songs. So shout out to BJ Media coming through with all the transitions and things like that for the show. Shout out to my guys, ALL.net, always showing love, sponsoring Flight Club, you know the deal, and Recruit ID. Um, without some of my guys like Burrito Express, Recruit ID, ALL.net, nothing's really possible. They fuel the whole operation and keep the thing going. So super grateful for the things that all those guys contribute. Papa Hiniosa, Papa Mesa, and then good old Angel over there at Burrito Express. All the breakfast burritos, far, by far, the best breakfast burrito in the country. I think I want to say in the country. I've had some like junk breakfast burritos in like California and like Texas, and I'm a little surprised by it sometimes, but I just always expect it to be better. San Diego's got some all right ones, I guess. They got some okay Mexican food over there, but nothing that like just that I just gravitate to. I usually more for the sushi over there. So, but it is what it is. Anyways, I do got a show lined up here with my guy Gridiron jumping on. Some parts of it have fallen off. Beetlejuice out this week. He's kind of been hit or miss. In this new year, but he works hard. So gotta let the young fella live. Gotta let the young fella live. And I do got a special guest next week lined up. Can't wait to let him get involved in the chat in the discussion. Probably going to be a regular on the show as we try to navigate through a whole bunch of things that are going on. Stock going up on some guys, and one that me and Gridiron have talked about already, if you will. And I don't think a lot of us that got a chance to watch him work are too surprised. But one of the elite throwers out there, quarterbacks, Will Menzel, absolutely climbing the charts. And nobody stopped going up quite like that right now. And I don't think he's the only one that me and Gridiron have mentioned who's going to see some bump and adding stars and ratings going up and things like that. I fully expect some of these guys that me and Gridiron have talked about in the 27 class are going to see their ratings go up and stuff. Your boy spent some time out there in California at Elite 11. I was hoping to see Will Menzel, but I did not. I think he's going to hit a different one. I did get to go to the opening, and I did get to go to the opening and see Jaden Baldwin working and Bishop Allen, the absolute two-way nightmare over there at Brophy, getting his Travis Hunter Jai Jones on. Gonna probably be seeing work on both sides of the ball. He went to Elite 11, caught a whole bunch of balls for quarterbacks, these high-level quarterbacks that are out there, Ohio State commits, things like that. Kale Snyder was out there too. Want to show him some love. And Ben Livingston from Perry and ALA Gilbert North, respectively. But I did get to see Bishop Allen, Jalen Fitzgerald out there working, Zane Snyder catching passes. Those guys looked absolutely great. And Bishop Allen, the second day out there on Sunday, I went out to the opening, the Nike opening, and Bishop Allen flipped around and played some DB. He's like, you know what? I caught balls from all these high-level quarterbacks. Let me continue to try to do so. But from the defensive side, incredible athlete, super fun to watch. Coach Jewell has a Jewell for real over there. Freshman All-American. So hopefully one of these days I can get Bishop Allen to stop by the show, hang out, chop it up a little bit, see what his shoe flavor is, since he did stop by the other week and mention that, I do got a few nice shoes up here. If he wears a 10.5, maybe I'll slide a few pairs to him. Your boy Chili, I am going to bring on Gridiron here in a second. And there's one thing that I did want to address. A bunch of people asked me about it. My opinion. I don't know that I really have one yet formulated on this. The Central basketball situation. I know the AIA is gonna do their best to make sure that they get to the bottom of whatever is going on with that situation. I'm not so familiar with the way exactly things go in basketball. I know that they have an open division, and I know that they have a drop down thing. And I keep hearing the the quack quack word, the folks ducking the smoke or whatever. Man, them Mattingly boys are good. And and you know, I I don't know exactly except for what I read. I don't know exactly what happened with the mom on the visiting side or something like that of O'Connor. Um, she felt uncomfortable, wanted to leave the gym, gathered her boys, they took off. Um, and then Central was left without the Mattingly brothers or whatever and tried to compete. And then a young fella hit a whole bunch of threes and made the game, I guess, kind of interesting or something like that. So shout out to Kevin McCabe. I was following his tweets to see what was the highlights of it or whatever. Um, you know, it's tough. I get it. We are in a day and age of we are in a day and age with social media where um you know trophies they hold their own certain importance. Opportunity to play holds its own certain importance. Competing doesn't necessarily fall in line with all of that all the time. um a while back, like in football, we were talking about that stuff with the Open years ago during the pandemic, with teams. Obviously with the whole COVID thing. You know, I did it. Shame on me or whatever. But like teams were accused of ducking the smoke, not wanting to compete, claiming COVID cases to get out of playing and things like that. Um, you know, eh, that situation was already hard. This situation was Central. I'm not sure what to read into it. Then there's like the Deer Valley thing. Um, you know, I don't know. I don't know, but I hope that these kids can can all try to figure out that they want to compete against the best and have an opportunity to do so to ultimately get better. And I think that competing at the highest level is like the thing. I don't think anybody in college says, hey, you know what? We could probably go farther in the NIT tournament than we would in March Madness. So let's avoid Duke and Arizona and Houston and all those schools. And let's just go to the NIT and play. I don't think that people say, hey, let me go ahead and tank these games or whatever, and let's just go in this NIT tournament and get ourselves an NIT banner. Like I and I think that people need to kind of start looking at it that way. If you can qualify for the Open, qualify for the Open. And I love Dr. Dean and Polanski and the crew over there at the AIA. Um, I hope I hope they can try to find a way to make the the presence and the commitment to the Open Division playoffs for football and basketball and soccer, or baseball, and whatever other sports have it. Um, I hope that they can find a way to make that more meaningful than competing, uh, in the standard 6A, 5A playoffs. Um, I think there's something to be said for the teams that survive the any sort of playoff bracket and tournament. But I think that the ones that compete in the Open need to be recognized a little bit differently. So that's my thoughts on that. Anybody that has anything to contribute, I'm always down to listen. I want to hear it. And also shout out to Coach Hovick. I saw Coach Hovick tag a whole bunch of us and reach out to a whole bunch of us regarding scheduling. Um, I don't know, man. Scheduling needs to be done fair. I did see a young man respond and say, "Hey, coach, don't worry about it. We want to compete versus the best, and so be it. Whoever's on our schedule's on our schedule. Let's try to get these dubs or something like that." Kind of like just summing it up, but he said that they're not afraid and they're ready to go to work. Your boy Chili, I'm going to be bringing on Gridiron here in a second, and we're going to get into the Inside the Number segment, finishing the theme of February 2027 stock going up, and let's find out who's going to be the next one. Sit tight and get ready to catch up with the handsomest man in Arizona high school media, according to legendary Eric Newman. Dang, based on what I saw transpire on social media and the things that I heard, I don't know that Makai Nelson's going to be catching passes from Christian Escobedo this year. So shout out to that short-lived, amazing 1-2 punch over there at Mountain Point. Things are changing, ever changing. So there's a lot of players on the move and guys coming in from out of town. So Gridiron, my guy Gridiron. What is going on?
There was one announced today from out of town, heading to Desert Edge, receiver.
Yeah,
big tall kid.
Yeah, long kid that's gonna make plays and compliment Zarek Sidney, the golden ticket kid, the Washington commit. So that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Couple things I want to hit on before we get into this. The schedules have started dropping this week, and it looks like what they did in 6A is they have the conference committee has changed around some of the non-region games. I'm not exactly sure what the formula is, but that we're doing with it. But as you mentioned, one team was not happy with it. It sounds like for the most part, the 5A and lower are going to be the same schedules, which is what we were expecting, just with the sites reversed. So 6A doing things a little differently as they tend to do. Speaking of which, in the we'll hit you up on this one here and put you on the spot. Who was the 6A conference champion last year in football?
Hold on. I know.
I was expecting it to be quicker.
I know. No. Castile.
Yeah, Castile. Okay,
Castile.
Right.
Castile, right?
Castile was the 6A champion. Now, how many of the 8 open teams can you name?
Well, I mean, they kind of like changed it with like the play-in and all that stuff.
No. I'm talking about once we're not counting Castile. We're not counting.
I can get you the final 4 for sure.
The final 8 in the open.
I get you the final 4 for sure. I can get you the final 4 for sure. Let's start that way.
Okay.
Basha Chandler, obviously, because they played each other.
Obviously, teams have played the championship.
And then Chandler beat Hamilton.
Yep.
And then Chandler beat Hamilton. And then Basha beat Liberty.
Basha beat Liberty. Because who were the 4 that
Hamilton
won the play-in?
Hamilton beat Mountain View.
Yep.
Hamilton beat Mountain View. Hamilton beat Mountain View. Then after that,
you're looking for the ones that
Basha
and Liberty and Chandler would have beaten.
Who did Liberty beat? Liberty beat? Who did Liberty beat? Hold on, I'm trying to think. Give me a moment. It's like on the tip of my tongue, and I feel like I went to one of these games. No, I didn't, because Liberty's game was out at Liberty, so I definitely didn't.
Yeah, Liberty. All 3 of those teams were at home. Basha, Liberty, and Chandler.
Basha, Liberty, Chandler, and I obviously got Hamilton because they beat Mountain View.
You did get Hamilton's right, yes.
Oh, Chandler beat Brophy.
Chandler beat Brophy. That's correct. Yep.
Chandler beat Brophy.
We got 2 more.
Basha beat the brakes off of somebody, right?
Yeah.
Who did Basha beat the brakes off of? That's why I don't remember. Let's see. And those teams didn't drop down.
No. Both of the teams that Basha and Liberty.
Both of the teams that I'm guessing
they won the first round game to get there.
Right. So
and knocked another team to the play-in. Like Brophy beat Castile. That's how Castile ended up in the 6A.
Right. Oh, this is gonna take me a second. My good friend Gridiron.
So the point of this is why teams sometimes think this way, in that I can go win a championship, or I can get knocked out in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
You want one more shot at the last two teams there?
God, I'm just trying to think.
They're both East Valley teams.
Yeah, that much I figured.
Yeah.
That much I figured. Is Williamsfield in there?
Yep. Williamsfield defeated Pinnacle to get there, and they lost to Basha.
Okay.
Now we're just looking for the team that Liberty played out there, and
Liberty Liberty beat the brakes off of that team.
Liberty beat them pretty handily. Yeah.
Liberty beat the brakes off of that team. Oh, give me a moment here. Hey, 7 out of 8 isn't bad though.
7 out of 8 isn't bad, but you knew Castile. You knew Castile. That's
that which also took me a minute though.
I know it did. I wasn't
unfairly took me a minute
to take as long.
Which also took me a minute. Hold on. I'll get it. I'm just trying to think. God. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
We're gonna have to buzz.
I want to say maybe Red Mountain or something.
It was Red Mountain.
Red Mountain. Give me Red Mountain. Give me Red Mountain. I said Red Mountain before Highland. Red Mountain before Highland.
Right. Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know why I wanted to say Highland.
Highland was not one of the 12 in there because Highland got off
because Highland always got snubbed. Highland was a team.
Oh, they didn't get snubbed this year. They started the season.
No. But there were so many years in a row with the Caleb Lomus and the Gage Dailies where I felt like they should have qualified and then they didn't. But okay. So I'll take Red Mountain. I was close.
Yeah. Red Mountain was
right at the buzzer. Right at the buzzer.
Just the point of it is that and especially this year with the basketball, how you have two really, really dominant teams in there that are nationally ranked in the top 10 in Millennium and Sunny Slope. There's been talk. So
I feel it. Listen, man, this is just one of those things.
If you want my opinion on how do they fix it, it's easy. You leave the team in basketball, you leave the teams in the conference championships, and then you play a quarterfinal where you take a couple from each division and as an open that you do afterward. It doesn't take very long to play, and basketball players can play every other day.
Yeah, I've talked to some people about that. My only thing is that like if you get like a 4A or a 3A team, I don't know how much.
No, I wouldn't go down to 3A because they have their own. They have the topper for the 1 to 3.
So if you get like a 4A team or whatever that goes undefeated, are they going to want to possibly blemish their record by playing another?
Well, they're already tournament? The 4A champions. This is kind of like when Arizona.
But this would still count.
Right, but you know how like when Arizona has a state champion sometimes, and then they send them to that national tournament, like in New York,
that Geico Bowl or whatever.
Yeah, well, I was thinking basketball, but yeah.
You're talking about the Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah, they do that tournament thing, like after the season that we've sent teams to before out there for that, and they're still their conference state or the state champion.
But the problem is what I'm thinking is that like a 4A team might win their state championship run undefeated or something like that, and not want to run the risk of like losing a game. So maybe they don't.
I don't see why. I mean, you already got the trophy and you already got the rings. You're not really at risk for anything.
But some of these guys really want the Guccio and they really want all that clout and they want to keep that 0 in the loss column. And I'm not mad at that. Like, listen, I am not mad at that. What I am mad about is the lack of desire to compete higher, just so you can say that you won a state championship for 20 years down the line when you have your high school reunion to be like, oh, hey, remember when
Well,
we
you
won the
still,
state
in this
championship?
case, you
Like,
still would be the state champion.
Like, I don't know. I just think that something has got to change. I love the open. I love the concept of it. I think that, you know, before the social media age and before like maybe the internet age, I think that it would have had more fanfare to it. But I don't know. It is what it is. Anyways, everybody's got to get a trophy. Everybody's stock is going up. Everybody's got to be the best quarterback in the country. Listen, Will's number 4. But every other quarterback is also number 4, right? So, like, I mean, there's that, right? That's what we should start doing.
Number 1 quarter. He's number 4.
No, number 4
overall, but he's number 1 quarterback. Yeah,
right. So, I mean, but everybody should be the number 1 quarterback, right? Like,
well, they're all undefeated. They're all undefeated so far in 26. So
they can all be rated the same. Everybody should be 5 stars. Everybody's a 5-star athlete. So, anyways, Gridiron, we are going to get into this. Stocks going up on a handful of 2027, some more kids. And we are going to round out February by showing love to those kids that have earned more opportunities to continue playing the game at the next level. And we're going to start off with the defending champs, the defending open division champions. And they got a pair of guys on the list. And Gridiron said, hey, it's okay because they're the open division champs. So they get a pair of guys on the list.
We usually try to spread it out, but you got to, you know, give the champs their due, right?
And Gridiron said, not this week. We're going to finish this thing off, rewarding the champs, extra coverage, bonus coverage, more love. Caleb Jordan, defensive lineman over there at Basha, has been absolutely spectacular so far. You know, in front of coaches and things like that, getting some more opportunities. Jaden Baldwin, the wide receiver over there, I got to watch him play at the opening and compete versus some of the top kids in California and from around the country. Camp was absolutely amazing, and he had a lot of high-level guys to work with and against, and he looked great, fit right in. Tiki Teeples from Canyon View has been an absolute monster who's seen his stock soar. The offensive lineman, defensive lineman over there in the West Valley. And then Mountain Point, Makai Hodge, the athlete tight end, has grabbed a few offers. And my guy Gridiron going to break this whole thing down and talk about all these kids. Take it away, Gridiron.
Yep, we'll start with Caleb Jordan from Basha, 6'3", 225 edge rusher. He has a 77-inch wingspan. Last season, 48 tackles, 23 solo. 21 and a half of those 48 tackles were behind the line of scrimmage. And he had 11 and a half sacks and 2 fumble recoveries, 2 sacks in the 34-7 state championship win over Chandler, a game he also had a fumble recovery in. Has 11 total offers. His offers since February 10, so just 2 weeks ago, Nevada, Kansas State, and Cornell. So getting that Ivy League love too, in addition to he went to the Elite Junior Day at UCLA the first weekend of February, and in November visited San Diego State and Boise State for game days.
Okay. Good on him. He's a stud.
Yeah. We'll keep it over at Basha with Jaden Baldwin, 6'1", 180-pound wide receiver. Last year ran a 10.78 in track. Last season stats, 64 catches, 820 yards, 6 touchdowns. In the semifinals against Liberty, had 6 catches for 141 yards and 2 touchdowns. Has 22 total offers. His offers since January 28, so almost a month ago, Colorado State, Minnesota, and UNLV. He got some work in at the Nike Opening Regional in LA last weekend. And he plans to go on an official visit to Colorado, where he has an offer.
Man, I got a chance to chop it up with him and his pops and stuff, and I asked them if they were coming right back, and they said no after winning the Open Division Championship and spending some time with some of the top talent in the country at the opening. They were taking their talents to Disneyland. So I hope that they got to enjoy all the rides out there and get a Dole Whip float. and get a Dole Whip float and all that stuff. I'm not sure if they were joking or serious, but they sounded pretty serious. So
well, they were in the neighborhood.
And Jaden sounded super excited about it. So Shout out to him. He's an absolute monster. So
well, he's 6'1". He's above the line that you got to be taller than to ride the coasters.
Oh my God, Gridiron. All right, up next.
You got Mekhi Hodge from Mountain Point, 6'3", 230, a tight end, 3.60 GPA. He had to sit the first 5 last season after transferring from Cesar Chavez. Last season, 15 catches, 238 yards, 4 touchdowns in 7 games. Had one against Campo Verde. He had 4 catches for 77 yards and a touchdown in a 22-17 win. His offers are from ASU, Nevada, and UNLV. He's going to be going to junior day at Nevada next month.
That would be it. That's going to be a super good look. And Mekhi is the guy that can go both ways. He can flip and play on the D line. Super talented athlete and a nice little pass catcher over there.
And then finally, Tiki Teeples for Canyon View has really been blowing up over the last few weeks. 6'4", 265 defensive tackle at Canyon View, 4.20 GPA, can bench 365 and squat 515. Last season, 63 tackles, 41 of them solo, and 12.5 sacks. Has 8 total offers. His offers just since last week are Texas Tech, West Virginia, and Fresno State. His first offer came in late January from Utah State.
Man, hey, he's special. I know Coach Alcantar absolutely loves him. Coach Alcantar has done a great job breeding big fellas from his time over there at Chavez. I know he's coaching. I want to say like running backs over there at Liberty or whatever, but he's always been able to work with the big fellas really well. And then obviously at Canyon View, fully flipping that culture quick.
And they got to the 5A championship last year.
Yeah, and Tiki Teeples is absolutely special. So shout out to Coach Alcantar and shout out to Tiki for getting the work done. And this is how you do it, man. Canyon View, they're not trying to be a one-hit wonder either. Like they're trying to make sure that they're competing for region championships and disrespecting those that feel like they're disrespected too. So like I think that Coach Alcantar definitely has a thing going. And listen, if you think that's about you, it probably is. I think Canyon View is going to be one of those teams that makes a run in that region and continues to give headaches to all the other teams that think that they running things over there. So just so we clear. But yeah, man. Any surprises? Any surprises though, Gridiron, over the past month of all these kids that we've covered? Like any one of them like that jumps out to you that you're like, man, wow, it's nice to see this kid getting all this extra love. Didn't quite expect that.
There's just a lot of kids from this 27 class that have D1 offers. I mean, that's kind of what you're going to see at this stage of the game. They're getting the D1 offers because they're going to come out and see them obviously in spring ball and then try to get them to commit over the summer or early into the next season so they can sign in December. I mean, some of the other guys we've seen, Sire Stewart from Chandler. He's had quite a few offers.
Did you
lineman over there for the Wolves?
Did you see that Chandler locker room? Coach
I did
Wisdom
see that.
And the video
was a couple-minute video that came out yesterday, and I knew they were redoing it because I saw some pictures when they were just starting the phase, and I'm like, I'm not going to tweet out these pictures of this locker room that's got hardly anything in it. I'll wait till it's done. And they came out with a nice video on it, and it looks pretty sharp out there. That's one of the things that you like to do is try to make your facilities top notch, and that's certainly what they're doing over there.
Yeah, and they got some young guys coming up over there that are ready to eat. So I'm excited to see. But getting back to some of these guys that we've covered over the last few weeks, any of them that like really stand out to you in your mind that you're like, wow, dude, I didn't expect this, but I'm hyped that he's getting all this attention.
I like that James Klopfenstein from Horizon, the wide receiver. He's picked up a few offers here over the last month or so, and definitely, another one of the family over there for the Huskies.
Legacy guys.
Go D1, yeah.
Legacy guy, and definitely that Dolphins team still climbing, still trying to keep pace with Tucson Turf. I know Tucson Turf was the #1 team in the country, I believe, like last week. So I think that Tucson Turf is.
Did they update the rankings finally? Because when I looked at it last week, they hadn't updated them from the week before. I didn't pull them up today, so.
They did. Let me pull this up quickly. and show some love. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here it is. Boom. This is the most recent one. Usually it comes out on Saturday. Zort Sports. Tucson Turf is number 1, ahead of the Dolphins by 20-ish points or whatever. And then Valley's Finest is checking
it has been updated because it has Tucson Turf in 3 tournaments now.
Okay.
So you got Tucson Turf 1 and the Dolphins 2.
Yep.
See here, we got Valley's Finest is in the top 10 now. Just moved into the top 10.
Yes. Yeah. No. Valley's Finest was like at like they were like at like 5. The interesting thing
they got a little arrow on the left, so I'm assuming that means it went up. So I'm figuring that means that they weren't in the top 10 last week, and now they are. So
maybe they got dumped out.
They passed DEF CON Texas Premier because they're 11 and they have the little down arrow. So looks like all the Arizona teams. I'm sorry, 5 stars hanging in there at 24.
Yeah. One thing that I do want to show some love to is as of February 20th, the girls bracket. Highland Hawks number 1.
Wow.
So I just wanted to show love. Even though Gridiron doesn't cover flag football.
I'm looking at the Zorts National Power Index, and I went to the thing that sorts by division, and I'm sorry, they have flag. Girls high school right here. Let's pull. See, yep, we got the same thing. Highland won number 1. There you go. Do we have any other ones in there? I don't know all the names of all the teams here. If they didn't, shout out to Highland for using their name in the name of the team. Highland Hawks Gold, because most of them you don't get that. You get things like SYRZ North. That's I don't know what SIRS is, but it ain't a school.
Stars.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't recognize the other names.
Man.
I don't know.
Oh, my guy Gridiron. Always a crack up. Hey, all right. So schedules are coming out, and people are asking me when we're going to start breaking down schedules. Gridiron, when are we going to start breaking down schedules?
Let me see. I'm seeing if we have do I have my sheet still from last year? Let's see. I'm going to see when the first one we did last year was. Last year, the first one we did was the first week of April. So.
Okay. So first week of April for sure.
Probably had to wait a little longer for them to come out last year because it was the beginning of the realignment or the new realignment and stuff. So I'm not sure what's on. I'm not sure we have planned for March right now yet, but there you go.
We're only breaking down 2 schedules a night. FYI,
right, that's what we did last year. Yeah, two a night. Right.
2 schedules. So if you put your schedule out there, tag us and we'll show love. And that's usually the way that we try to do it.
I think we did about 20 of them last year. Let me see how many we ended up doing. Let's see. We did 27. We ended up between April 1st and the week before the season in August. We ended up doing 27.
Okay. All right. I'm excited. Well, we got the season getting ever closer. Real quick, I do want to say that before people ask, listen. I got Desert Edge going undefeated in the regular season. And I think that they're going to win games.
You're going to play that Canyon View team that you were just getting all excited about.
Well, I am excited about that game. I don't think that I think that they're going to have to engineer blowouts other places because I don't think they're blowing out Canyon View.
Canyon View gave them a game last year.
And they're going to do it again this year. They're going to do it again this year. But I am increasing my point spread on Desert Edge. Right now, the way I'm looking at it.
Year I recall, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to be correct again, but right now I got it at about I'm thinking I'm going to be generous right now, and I know I'm going to open this up a little bit, but for sure, without question, Blake Roscoff comes back healthy. Zarek Sidney is going to be fully healthy and ready to go.
Yeah, that was a big last year. Yeah, he missed a lot of the second half of the year,
and trying to get back some of that money that was left on the table from last year. And I know that Coach MacArthur's going to allow him to do that.
It's a revenge tour.
Coach Goodlow, with a year under his belt over there, fully understanding, what he has in the cupboard. Coach Saliga over there hyping his guys up on the sideline.
Got another wide receiver over there now for that offense that they like to run.
I think all of that is worth a minimum of 9 points. 9 points.
We're going to go over 30 here, aren't we?
I said 21.5 last year.
Yeah.
Their average win margin for the 10 regular season games is
Yep.
going to be 30.5 minimum, barring injury.
Plus.
Barring injury.
Yeah.
Barring injury. This is their
starters. Because we
there's
saw what happens when there's injuries.
there goes Gridiron being disrespectful. Coach MacArthur, clip that piece so that you can run that back for your boys. But they're gonna have guys that are ready to step up this year and ready to do some damage. I got them for 30.5. They are a 6A level team of starters.
Yeah, I definitely agree
competing in the 5A, with 173 offers, Division I Power 4.
I'm sure this will be their farewell tour in the 5A also. I do not expect
absolutely
that we will see Desert Edge in the 5A conference in 27.
There's only one team. Look, I know they scheduled the thing with Liberty. There's really only one team in the state that I don't think Desert Edge wants to see, and that's Basha. I think Basha would probably hand them a healthy 30. But there's that. Healthy. As long as everybody's healthy. But Michael Davis is one of my favorite defensive backs in the country. I think that he's such a gift. I love Yazin Zion and things that he can do on that D line. I think that
he's got over 25 offers. He got LSU today, Yazin.
Yeah, I saw that. Jalen Easterling Flores is a monster. They got so many dudes over there, absolute dudes. So I'm just thinking like this team is gonna absolutely go. Farewell to the 5A. 30.5 for now. I might increase that a little bit. It might increase just a little bit once I see the tape on.
That's nice and easy to remember, so we'll be able to check in on it, after 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah, 30.5. And once I see the Rawls kid go a little bit, once I pull up the film and watch,
he's from Iowa State, but he'll be able to go week 1.
That's okay. I watch all those guys, so it's all
no. I was just pointing out. I was pointing out they don't have to wait till week 6 on him.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying 30.5 even without him. So like, once I factor him in, it's gonna be might go through the roof. But I don't know who they're gonna engineer those blowouts with, because I am guessing that ALA Gilbert North is gonna be on their schedule.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they can blow them out.
I think their schedule is the same as last year. I don't know they have any changes to it.
Just everything flipped around. Home games are away and away games are home.
That's pretty much what you're going to see on the 5A and under.
And I think that the Canyon View game is going to be intense. That's a game that I might consider going to. Cactus Shadows is going to come after them.
One, obviously they're going to have a new quarterback, for the first time in 5 seasons. And then they'll have Cienega and Notre Dame and ALA Gilbert North all at home. Then they'll have Mountain Point in week 5, and then their region schedule. So,
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have to lower it a little bit, just because like I know Coach MacArthur is kind of like a nice guy and sometimes gets like charitable with situations towards the end of the game where he wants to make sure that everybody's properly rested and doesn't want guys getting hurt like in the second half. So maybe it's going to end up being somewhere around like 23. But this team. 30.5 for now. 30.5. Put your boy Chili down for 30.5. Healthy 30.5. So, all right. Gridiron, I always appreciate you hanging out. Suns, a real kid.
For the offense for Desert Edge finished the regular season by scoring 44, 58, 60, and 66. I mean, it was going on all cylinders there. And then 46 in the first playoff game.
What did they do in the second playoff game?
That was in the
see. That's where the injuries come in, right? That's where the injuries come in, and that being a thing. So I just want to make sure healthy. This team stays healthy for the most part, especially at the most important positions. I think that this team is winning games by 30.5. This team is absolutely loaded. One of the most special 5A teams that we've seen. I don't know that they're going to do what was it 17-18 Centennial was doing in the 5A. When they had like AJ Jackson and those guys, when they beat Notre Dame Prep twice in the back-to-back championships,
but 62 on the board in one of those championships.
Yeah, I don't know if Desert Edge is going to quite do those type of things, but I do see them being able to run numbers up.
They've got the defense that they could post some shutouts like those old Richard Taylor teams did. That was
I'll
the
say,
thing Centennial did too, is that they'd shut 3 or 4 teams out a year.
I will say that this Desert Edge team will shut out 6 teams in the first half. What happens in the second half, I'm not so sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure. So they'll probably have 6 or 7 first half shutouts, but then they'll get charitable and allow some things to happen, and all of a sudden a game that is running clock and 46-0 is going to end up finishing at like 54-21 or something like that. So there's that. But I think that team's so talented, absolutely amazing. I love the coaching staff over there too. And I think that they got the right guys in the right positions to be able to run those numbers up. And listen, man, I mean, this is part of this thing is they don't have a national schedule. They're fighting to be able to get those travel games, and that stuff's got to be earned. So
I think they may need a team to come to them in terms of playing state team.
Maybe got to try to just support our guys and give them.
I'm just saying, in that district, you haven't seen teams play out of state.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. I definitely haven't seen like Tolleson or Millennium.
Yeah,
I thought Canyon View played somebody or something like that, but I'm probably wrong about that. I've only been to like 2 Canyon View games in the last 6 years, but not including the state championship last year.
To play an out-of-state game this year on the road. They've always been the team that had teams come to them. They haven't played an out-of-state game since before COVID, and they're gonna go on the road this year.
Oh, okay. Hey, real quick, Suns catch up. I know they're playing the Boston Celtics tonight. Are they getting done dirty? What's the deal? I saw your guy Jalen Green with that game winner against.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Sheesh.
Okay. And then unfortunately they had to deal with all those injuries, and they mustered a whole 80 points against Portland the other night. But
I wasn't going to bring that up. But
well, they were without 3 of their top scorers. They are doing better tonight. They are currently up 4 on Boston midway through the second quarter.
All right, and the big bad Lakers come to town on Thursday, and Luka looking to give them a healthy 40.
And if the Suns can win that game, they will win the season series against the Lakers. Which is big if they end up tied for the 6th spot.
Oh, true, man. I'm excited. Hopefully your guys can get it together. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't. My guy Gridiron always been taking care of the community with the manual scoreboard, taking care of Flight Club, the official numbers guy. Gridiron, I will catch you next week. New theme for the month of March. We'll find something cool to chop it up about. And I'll catch you later on. All right.
All right.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. Been saying I'm a killer. Playing no games with you.
Dang, somebody caught that one. Sheesh, that was tough. Shout out to BJ Media again, taking care of all the transitions and stuff. Your boy Chili, I'm gonna make my way out of here. As usual, y'all got any questions? Holler at your boy at Just Chili, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Just Chili TV, YouTube, and TikTok. Feel free to subscribe, show some love. Let's get some comments going. Let's try to get the chat going. I really don't know how to navigate the whole YouTube thing, but if anybody's got some ideas, share them with your boy. Do got a special guest coming next week. Hopefully he can answer some questions, because I know that there's some frustrations out there. I know that people are upset just about things in general. So hopefully he'll be able to break some things down and give some clarity. Other than that, until next week, I will catch y'all, out and about. Hopefully, I think I will be at Battle Houston this Saturday. So if one of your teams is playing, AZ Dolphins, I think, Tucson Turf, I'm not sure if 5 Stars is playing, but if there's an Arizona team out there, holler at your boy and let me know so I can come check y'all out and watch y'all go to work. Other than that, what was I going to say? I want to shout out all my pickleball people. My guy, Augie G. I know that the PPA was in town this past weekend for about 5 days. I think it started last Tuesday or last Wednesday and went around, and such a cool event for anybody that plays pickleball. try to get involved the next time it comes around, because they give you the opportunity to play on the same courts that all the pros play on, and possibly get the opportunity to play with some of them. So other than that, your boy Chili, I'm gonna make my way out of here. Like I said, at Just Chili, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Holler at me if you guys need anything. I am out of here.
Got everything, I got everything. That's all me. No help, that's all me.